I now invite Shri S. Prabhakaran, Senior Advocate and Vice Chairman, Bar Council of India.
Honorable Mr. Justice N. Kribakaran, Judge High Court of Madras, Honorable Mr. Justice M. Sundaresh, Honorable Mr. Justice N. Satish Kumar, Honorable Mr. Justice M. Dandavani, Honorable Mr. Justice K. Venkatraman, Honorable Mr. Justice S. Nagamuthu, Honorable Mr. Justice Elendriyan, Honorable Mr. Justice Krishnan Ramsamy, Honorable Mr. Justice Seshasai, Honorable Mr. Justice Sivanyanam, Honorable Mr. Justice Chandrasekhar, my esteemed friend and chairman of this council, Mr. P.S. Amalraj, and vice chairman of this council, Mr. V. Karthikeyan, and the respected Advocate General, Mr. R. Shanmugasundaram, my esteemed friend, Mr. P. Wilson, Mr. Senior Advocate, Mr. Navanitha Krishnan, and Senior Advocate, Mr. A. Chalaya, the many bar leaders who have participated today, and apart my dear colleagues for joining here and felicitate the Honorable Justice N. Kribakaran in this happiest occasion. It is a pleasure for me to participate in this gathering. Particularly in the year 2011, I had been elected in the Bar Council of Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. Then thereafter, I went sent to BCI as a member state representative. Since 2009, some of the orders which has been passed by the learned judge, the Honorable Justice N. Kribakaran, I am not aware of it. Though after I have taken a charge there in the Bar Council of India, the one-man committee has been constituted by the committee, that by BCI. That is relating to the Rule 28 regarding the restriction of age. Some of the judgments they quoted, and some of the senior lawyers have been appeared there, and they argued the committee report has been submitted within a period of 4 weeks later. I gone through the Punjab and Haryana judgment. I said this has to repeal. You cannot be, the Bar Council of India don't have such a power to put on age restrictions for education. I have no, absolutely I have no knowledge what is the order which has been passed by the High Court of Madras and as well as the Madurai bench also. Then immediately the agitation started everywhere, particularly in Madurai, banning my effigy and everything. Then one day Ms. Vanan Kumar Mishra has called. What is this, some effigy and all burning there? What is the issue? Said, sir, I don't know. You have constituted a committee. I rendered, this is the committee report. If at all any grievance, let them challenge it, no issue at all, I said. No, these orders earlier which has been passed by the Madras High Court, sir, that was not brought into my notice, but the orders which has been passed by the division bench of the Punjab and Haryana has brought it. So therefore we have passed it. And the same has to place before the General Council, and the General Council has been recorded and has been approved. So this is the only position I know, sir. But if at all creates any problem there, even no issue, I will withdraw my report. No, he said no. In the meantime, that has been challenged. My report has been struck down, and they have been set aside my report by the Madurai bench. So why I am saying this, the issue which has been arises because the Honorable Justice Kribakaran, particularly the other issues, my friend Mr. Wilson has spoken that, and other legal issues and all, and what the public has been fought for, how it has been delivered the judgment, that's all different issue. By my particularly, when I had been cornered in number of occasions, sir, one thing I wanted to bring your lordship's notice. After you are intervened in the legal education and the functions of the Bar Council of India and as well as the Bar Council of the state, now, I do not know what others feels, but I feeling now that the legal profession is in order now, I think. To some extent, it is in order. Why I am saying, time to time, you are calling, you are setting aside, and you are advising in all aspects, sir. Your justice is taking care of the legal profession, particularly in this legal profession. We, the Bar Council of India, intend to file a case to revisit the Sudhir case. That revisit the Sudhir case only because of your lordship's orders. We have quoted in the Supreme Court when we mentioned, because the Constitution bench, after the enrollments, therefore prior enrollment, therefore you cannot conduct this. That has been struck down in the year 1998. Then thereafter everybody has stopped it. Then after that, quite some time later, in the year 2015 or 16, when these problems arose, we brought certain the orders which has been passed by the Honorable Justice Kripakaran. Then we have mentioned before the first bench, and Justice Bobde we have mentioned. The Justice Bobde said, okay, if it is so, we will refer to the reconsideration for the Constitution bench. Second time it has been constituted. So that is only the credit goes to you, the Honorable Justice N. Kripakaran. None other person can do it. Sir, earlier, even prior to even 2010 or 2011 or 2012, there are certain committees we constituted. That all those committees are all only the Bar Council of India committee, the State Bar Council committee. We have a power under section 49. We can frame a rules, and committee we can frame it. That we have done it. But whereas, when after passing these type of many orders, then General Council of the Bar Council of India has taken a decision regarding the legal education. We appointed the retired Supreme Court judge. Justice A.P. Misra has been taken a charge. Quite some time later, he became old. Then thereafter I said, who has to handle this legal education? But one issue we have taken a very clear decision by the Bar Council of India, because there is an order passed by the Honorable Justice Kripakaran. We should not look into the matter. We can look into the matter through the judges of the Supreme Court or either the judges of the High Court. So therefore, now I am very happy to inform the Honorable Mr. Justice Bobde gave a consent 2 days back, being a chairman of the Legal Education Committee. Sir, that credit goes to you only. Because why I am saying, sir may have felt it. The members of the bar, particularly when contesting in the election, so something they have done this and that, they are occupying the chair of the bar councils. Sir, I will tell you one thing. Sir, this is a setup of a democratic body. As a democratic body, to try to occupy and catch the position, sir, there are many issues we are handling it, that's a different. But after occupying the chair, how we have to function, how we are functioning is the courts has to look into it, number one. Number two, one day your lordship said in the open court, I failed to correct us in the legal profession. Sir, absolutely, that is wrong. You never failed in your life. You have exactly upright the system. So far, we are in good professionals, we are achieving that. And nearly more than 23 national law colleges, and absolutely we can say 1,600 law colleges are there. But all these 1,600 law colleges, sir, as the Bar Council of India, facing a lot of issues. On one angle, even I should not say, but even then I am saying, one angle from the politicians, and other angles from the executive, and other angles from the members of the bar, and another angles from the public. So these are the issues which are facing at the right structure of by BCI. Sir, in the 1961 Act, it has been very clearly as established, please. Even Article 66 has very clearly said, the professional courses, even the UGC is taking care. But whereas in the entry 66, it's very clear as far as the legal education, only the Bar Council of India is an authority, the empower has given in the Bar Council of India. So therefore, even 2 days back, one judgment has delivered by our Honorable Chief Justice. He has said the Bar Council, the power vested with the Bar Council of India for the legal education is concerned. To that extent, sir, I am very happy. Sir, I say, if at all more than if you want to convene this, the council more in order, Sir, please, there are many number of judges are here. You have been participated. This is the right time. This is a high time. I wanted to say, sir, please kindly look into it. Rule 5 of the legal education. Unless if you set right the rule 5, we cannot do anything. Rule 5 is the most important. And one day I went to the Honorable Justice Chamber. I said, please, sir, you are passing many number of orders. Try to correct this rule 5. The rule 5, some issues has been brought. The distance education and the correspondence course. Sir, unless and until the correspondence course, the distance education has been stopped, we cannot do anything. So therefore, the correctness has to look into it by way of the honorable judges are here and you have to look into it. Sir, you are a protector of the institution, sir. And you are a protector of the legal education. Sir, you are a man of sincerity, man of honesty, man of principle, man of equity, and man of terror, passing the orders in the judgments. So in the few words, sir, I am thanking you for your retirement. Really, we are all with you always. Thank you very much.